Hi guys, this is Leo Chen. Today we're going to learn about finding the inverse functions. So intro for finding inverse functions. In order to solve for the inverse of a function, we must understand what is an inverse function first. So let us look at our example. That is our original function is f of x equal 4x plus a. We use superscript of -1 next to the name of function to represent it as inverse function for its parent function. So this will be the inverse function f. Alright? Generally speaking, the inverse function is a function that will take the output back to its original value. So what do I really mean by that? Let's first look at our domain and range. So let's see if we plug in 1 as our x. So we get 1 times 4 equals 4, 4 plus a equals 12. We substitute 2 into our x, we'll get 4 times 2 equals a plus a equals 16. And we substitute 3 into our function. 3 times 4 will be equal to 12, 12 plus a equals 20. And times 4, and 4 times 4, 4 it will be 16, 16 plus a equals 24. Alright, so in the original function, we'll plug in domain in the input and get range as output. However, in the inverse of function will allow us to substitute the range in the input and get domain as the output. So it's like get back to the original value. So let's see. If we substitute 12 into our inverse function, which we didn't get it yet, we will get it in a few moments. And get the 1 as our output. Same as 16, 20, and 24. So we all just have to substitute this number into our new function. We'll get back to its original value. So how do we find the inverse of function anyway? Now, let's see. There are only 2 simple steps for finding inverse of our original function. First, we'll just need to simply solve for x in terms of y. So that's our original function, f of x equals 4x plus a. I'm going to use y to represent the f of x, the name now, because it's easier. So right here is that we'll just need to simply solve x in terms of y. So y equals 4x plus a, minus 8 on both sides, due to this property. Y minus a equals 4x, and divide by 4 on both sides, like y divided by 4 equals y over 4, which is 1/4 of y. And a divided by 4 is equal to 2, so it's minus 2. Second step, we'll just simply swap our x with y for the solved equation. That's our solved equation, we'll just swap it. So back to our slope-intercept formula, y equals 1. See, we swap the y with x, and we swap this x with the y. So we call y equal to the 1/4 of x minus 2. So now we find our inverse function, like the inverse of function f equal to 1/4 of x minus 2. Now let us substitute back our outputs, which is range we just get to see if we get back to our original value again, which is in domain. Let's text it all. That's our range and domain. So let's see. Let's just substitute the 12 first. So f to the -1 of 12, which equal to be 1/4 of 12 minus 2. 12 divided by 4 equals 3. 3 minus 2 equals 1. 12 and 1. Yeah! Now let's try 16. Let's see. Let's substitute 16 into the x. So 16 divided by 4 equals 4. 4 minus 2 equals 2. I'll try 20. 1/4 of 20, which equal be 20 divided by 4, which will be 5. 5 minus 2 equals 3. And 24. 24 divided by 4 equals 6. 6 minus 2 will be equal 4. Yeah, we successfully found our inverse of our function. Now let's talking about graphs. There are some special things we're going to learn about, like the graphs of an inverse function compared to its original parenting function. So after we find our inverse function, we graph out the 2 functions. This purple line represents the original function, and the black lines represent the inverse of function. and the red dashed line represents a line of y equal to x. One thing we first notice, like the coordinates on the purple line, -2, 0, 0, 8, are like just simply like swapped on the black line, like on our inverse function. Notice how -2, 0 becomes 0, -2, so x and y just swapped, and 0, 8 will just become 8, 0. Yeah, notice that x and y just simply swapped. Then another thing we'll notice is like the inverse function. It's a reflection made by our original function over the line of y equal to x. See, it's just a reflection. And yeah, that's all we're going to learn today. We successfully found our inverse function, and we see the graphs. It's like the x and y just swap between the two lines, and it's a reflection over the y equal to x. And thanks for watching, guys.